Welcome back to our GAMA 2016 coverage from Las Vegas. Today I have Stephen Bonacore himself from Stronghold Games.
This Chaz really need to be holding that sign saying Stephen Bonacore, Stronghold Games. Did you really need that? Did you really need to know who I was?
Should we start again?
No, of course not. Why should we do that? This is
Alrighty.
showing the behind-the-scenes nonsense that goes on here. Like, he need to hold that sign up. All right.
We're doing a lot of these. It helps us keep track.
Yes, of course.
Stephen, welcome.
Thank you for
Thank you for joining us.
Yes, Tom was scared to be here with me. He knew I would ruin him, so I got you instead, which
I'm happy
is
to be here.
much better anyway. Shots fired. That's right.
I know that it's a big year for Stronghold. Why don't you tell us about some of the stuff you've got?
We got a lot of stuff happening, as we did last year. 2015 was an incredible year, really a breakout year. I mean, we had, like I keep saying, 17 new releases last year announced, and it was fantastic. Now I'm showing off at the GAMA Trade Show, so the new stuff that's coming out right now over the next few months. It's not going to be everything, of course, but there's still quite a bit.
Great.
So the first thing that we announced fairly recently with our partnership with Eggerspiele was the relaunch of the Village line. The 2012 Kennerspiel Award winner, The Village, and the two expansions, Village Inn and Village Port, which were almost impossible to get in this country while they were here. So just showing that off quickly to you guys, and this is going to be, with My Village. I have to mention My Village, of course. So the first part of this release will be these two, the Village and the Village Inn, and that'll be late April. And then in June, My Village, which I don't have here, with Village Port will show up then. So if fans of the Village and new people with My Village, because that's a new standalone game in the line, we'll be very happy to see these things.
Awesome. I'm super excited for My Village.
We throw this over here.
Yeah, what would you like to talk about next?
Oh, what did we want to talk about next? I know, all right, I know you're very excited about Bear Valley,
I might be a little excited.
About Bear Valley?
The viewers, the Dice Tower viewers, are really excited about Bear Valley.
Bear Valley, when we announced Bear Valley, it shot up to #1 on the hotness on Board Game Geek. Why? Because it has great cred with Carl Chudok being the designer. Carl Chudok of the fame, do it that way, of fame for Glory to Rome, Tie Innovation. This is a bit on the lighter side from those kinds of games, because those are really, really heavy, thinky, burny, brain burny kind of games. But this is bigger than his Red 7 game. So we kind of like got there in the middle. In Bear Valley, which is going to have artwork like you've never seen really in a hobby game, really beautiful. Again, we're going to try to probably not going to see too much of this, but in Bear Valley, you're going to be creating a landscape where you have to get your people, you have to get your person, your hiker, camper. He's lost in the woods, and you've got to get him from the base camp. I didn't do this, the right way, of course, for right now. There are rivers that are going to be in the middle and things like that. You've got to get him from that base camp as you explore the entire terrain all the way over to wherever the final camp is. There are character cards in here, and the characters are going to have advantages and disadvantages. You're going to be picking up items like rope and canoes to get across the rivers that are out there. And of course, the picnic basket, because in Bear Valley, there are bears, and bears are not good. So you can throw the picnic basket at the bear, and you can scare him away. Yo, boo-boo, the picnic basket. So really interesting, very different kind of game from Carl Chudok. But this is one of those games that I think his fans are going to recognize. The marks that he puts into the games, those stinky hard decisions. Right. And 2 to 6 players plays in 20 to 30 minutes. So very fast, quick, and fun game.
Awesome. And I'm sorry if I missed it. When is this going to be available?
In May. Yes, May. My cheat sheet says that will be in May.
Well, that's coming up pretty quick. Did you bring anything else you wanted to talk about?
I did. Why don't we just bring out Stellar Conflict, which Dr. Vassal gave a seal of excellence to.
Really?
A seal of excellence. And if those people might have already seen, because Tom did a video on this, that's when he gave it that seal of excellence. This is a reimagining of a game from cheap-ass games from many, many years ago called Lightspeed. Lightspeed? Yes, Lightspeed.
Okay.
And in this game, you build a fleet of ships. And we've themed this, by the way. We've re-implemented and rethemed it in the Among the Stars universe. Right. So you've got the races that we have in the Among the Stars universe. So I'm trying to find the rest of the colored ships. So up to 4 players play, 2 to 4 players. So you have the various different races, colors for the races there, as you can see them. And you're going to build a fleet of a certain number of points, and there's rules for how many points or how big of a game you want to play. You build your fleet. That takes you a few minutes to do, and then in real time, you're going to be putting cards down, drawing them off of your deck, putting cards down, manipulating them. As soon as you take your finger off, then the card has to stay there, and you'll see they have lasers that will be shooting at the other ships later on. Your goal is to destroy as many ships as possible, and you'll get victory points for that. The victory points are over there. We have these, and then you'll be putting damage on the various ships to show which ones you've hit, and then you take them off if they've taken the most damage. And of course, we put these very cool laser bands in the box, not to be confused with colored rubber bands, of course. But these laser bands, each player has their own little colored laser bands.
Those look pretty cool.
They're cute.
So there's no arguments about line of sight at all.
No arguments about line of sight. You put it down, you go like this. Oh, I missed the yellow ship, but I hit the green ship. Things like that. And each one of the different types of lasers does different damage, and then there's special abilities on the various ships. So when our Tipia and we re-implemented the game, we did this with some extra stuff in it. So I said the Among the Stars universe races, as well as there are asteroids now that you could put into the game. There are cargo ships. So a bunch of different things that we did to add some more gamerly rules into the game. And this is coming out also in May. I think this one's going to probably slip into June. So right around Origins, you could be able to get this.
And how many players does this play?
2 to 4 players.
Awesome.
And Bear Valley was 2 to 6 players.
Yeah, I know. That's really cool.
So the other things that we have here, okay, well, how much time do I have?
You got plenty.
Oh, wrap it up. Yeah, Eric's saying wrap it up.
Yeah.
Wrap it up. Yes. Anyway, so Pirate-Tunes. Tom also gave this one a seal of approval. He did. It's not here. This is the actual original version from Act-In Games, and we picked this up for U.S. distribution. So on our box, we're going to have a little Dice Tower logo on there.
Excellent.
Right? So in Pirate-Tunes, what you're trying to do is to build the biggest, baddest, best pirate ship. The cool mechanic in this game is that you can't really see this. There's a little lip on the bottom board there.
Indented. That's very cool.
That will keep these pieces in there. Mostly.
Unless you
really rough them up.
Yeah.
But watch this. So this is a pirate chest. It looks like a chest. In fact, the box even looks like a completely all art inside the box, which is really cool, bottom and top. So you're going to be taking the pirate chest on each turn, taking it, turning it over, and then reveal.
Wow.
And all of these pieces are then available for picking up. Each player is going to have meeples, and then they're going to, with one hand, put them out onto the various parts of the ship so that they then, if you've won the majority, you can collect those various pieces of the ship. You start out with a ship, a little bit of a small ship in front of you, and then you'll be able to collect various pieces to make your ship bigger and bigger and add different things onto the ship and different people into various places on the ship and things like that. And you're trying to, it's like set collection majority. There are little details on the bottom like these little flowery kind of things that if you match them, seashells. Are they seashells? My old eyes can't say that they're seashells.
Yeah.
Thank you for correcting me. And little barrels, I can see those that you do. So you're getting majorities and various things. So you're building the coolest ship on the seas. And these ships will get kind of big too, as
that looks really cool.
If I did this right, and I'm actually in camera, they will get kind of big. You'll have a ship here, and you're trying to build the best ship. So very cool, very fast, quick games, a little bit of a speed game, 15-second rounds when those things are happening.
Is the target audience for this kind of younger players, or do you think this is really strategic?
Family game. I'm going into some more family games because last year was a lot of big games. So this one is more of a light strategy family game, as is the final one that I'm going to show you.
All right.
Which is Animals on Board. This is a complete prototype, As you can see, there's nothing on the sides of the box or the bottom of the box. Animals on Board, another game that came out of the Eggerspiele partnership, is absolutely a family game whereby you each have your own arc. Let's quickly put that out. So you have an arc. Up to 4 players have an arc, and you've got all of these animals that will come into play. Very cute animals.
Yeah, it's great art.
Really adorable stuff, and food, and first player tokens, and stuff like that. And you're trying to collect sets of these animals. Now, there's this guy called Noah. He's got his own arc, and he says that all pairs of animals he gets. So in the end, in the end, if you have a pair of giraffes on your arc, you can't see this, of course, on camera, I have a pair of giraffes on my arc, no, we'll take those away and you won't be able to score those. So you have to have one, you don't get many points, 3, 4, or 5 animals on your arc to actually score any of them. It's one of these games where you split, I choose. So like
I love
you'll
that
right, so you'll there'll be more animals than this out there, and you'll say, I'll create that set. I don't like any of that. I'm gonna make this as a set. So you're trying to group things such that it'll be good for you to collect, but somebody else then might grab it before you. And so as you get things, you're getting bigger sets and stuff. First person gets 10 animals onto their arc. These arcs are 2 levels, as you can see. This one's the wrong direction, but as you can kind of see, there are 2 levels here where you'll be putting your animals. Ta-da, very cute. Once somebody gets 10 animals on, the game will end, and you'll add up the points. Best arc wins. And
That
of course,
sounds like a blast.
you lose all of the, if you had a pair only of the giraffes, no, it takes them away.
Sounds very cool. I love the components direction that you're going in, so
Cute,
that looks fun.
Right, cute. You get these things, you build them in the beginning, the first time you play it, and then after that, it's all ready to play.
Boy, you do have a busy year coming up, don't you?
We do, and that's just the beginning of the year. We've already announced things which are coming later, like Terraforming Mars. That's going to be a huge release for us. Other games with Edgar Spiele, Jorvik, and Great Western Trail. So yeah, it's not slowing down. I promised myself last year that I would do less releases, and guess what? I lied.
How's that working out for you?
No, it's not working out. I lied to myself.
Awesome.
So,
well, thank you so much for joining us today here
you,
at GAMA, and good luck with your year and the rest of your show.
thank you so much.
Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you soon.
Bye, guys.